Hey, good morning, everybody. I just wanted to finish up the week. One thing on the floor plan that we haven't done yet, really haven't focused on the utility room, which is between the kitchen and the garage. So whether you use the garage to put utilities like a washer and dryer, that's fine. Usually most of the time, there's a room designated for that. And sometimes it might just be a washer and dryer. Other times it might be a closet set up for storage. So we're going to kind of go through that really quick, and it's going to be it's going to really come down to how creative you want to work with that space. If you have to adjust walls and things like that, yes, you still can. But if you were to Google a utility room, quite simply, it's going to have either a stacking setup for a washer and dryer, or they'll have a floor unit, either front or top load, and you'll see that there are different storage options in all these rooms. And the rooms aren't that big, but one of the things to focus on obviously is the flooring, because it's a wet area, especially a utility room coming off the garage. Be tracking in the elements of outside, and then obviously so it's just a room that can be easily cleaned with a harder surface. So if I go into the floor plan right now, the utility room is one area I really haven't focused on. So how do you find certain things that you're going to bring into the utility room? We'll get to that in a second, but one of the things I want to just kind of look at, this is technically the an area closer to a high traffic area like the garage and the kitchen. So one of the things I'm going to do first, most rooms should have what's called an egress, and that's a way out should there be a blocking. So that's why we put windows in almost every room. So I'm going to take this window right here, and I'm going to copy this, duplicate it, and I'm going to move it right in here. And then that window is pretty much going to dictate where I put my washer and dryer. So how do I find that? Well, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to look at, I can type in laundry. All right, as soon as I search that, you're going to have a lot of options. They have a combination. If you scroll down, they have different baskets, hampers, things like that as far as storage. I probably wouldn't put these in the utility room. These are probably designated for like a bedroom. But if I keep going down, you're going to find standalone washing machines, dryers, stackables, things like that. So it's up to you what you choose to do. So from here, what I did is I brought in a stacking washer and dryer combo, and also the floor washer dryer combo. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the washer and dryer combo. I'm probably not going to put them in front of the window. I'm probably going to put them against the garage wall. Not that them being next to the bathroom wall would affect anybody sleeping for noise, but I think I'm just going to put it right here. And once I do this, I'm going to rotate it. You have to kind of zoom in to see what the front is. Hopefully I get it right. So I'm going to rotate it. And then what I'll do is bring that back against the wall. It looks like it's sort of in the wall a little bit, so I'm going to just take that and move that out a little bit. Okay. Now, does it have to be right there? I could probably move it vertically if I want to. So the next thing I'm going to bring in, because it's a utility room, it's an entryway, so I'm going to want to have some element of storage. So what I might do is, I don't know, something simple like a bench. I'll look that up. Okay, so if I look into the bench, I've got some options here. So this is a bench that you could sit, and also has some bins for storage, shoes, gloves, hats, things like that. So what I'll do is I'll bring that into the mix as well, and I'll probably put that right in here just inside the doorway. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to also search up storage. All right, and so once I look into storage, you're going to have more options as well. So keep in mind the design of the room. One thing I haven't done yet, I haven't done any flooring, but I might want to have some storage here as well. So I'm going to bring in a storage unit, bring that in. Now this is pretty big, so I can pretty much adjust where the washer and dryer is. If I want to move this down here a little bit and then put the storage unit here next to the door, obviously I want these away from each other. but that's gonna sort of make sense. And then once I go into the 3D mode, I'll figure out if it's the right orientation. So probably the last thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to pick a paint color for this, but I'm definitely going to look into flooring. Like I said, I'm going to go into a tile setup. I can do something very basic, and really if I wanted to, I could carry this flooring right in if I wanted to. So maybe I do that because it's sort of an open, concept. So I'm going to take this flooring and I'm going to bring it right into this room, just like that. There it is. The only thing I don't really like about it is that the pattern is going horizontal. So I can actually change that if I wanted to. I'm pretty sure I can. Back here. So material settings. Once I click on the floor, it shows me what the flooring is. And if I click on the material settings, I can change the scale of it and the rotation. So I'm going to change that to 90. And I just like that better. That's just me being picky. You don't have to do that. Alright, so that's it. And what I'm going to do here before I end, I'm going to go into the 3D. And yeah, I've got a lot of stuff for this practice assignment, you know, just to kind of give you examples. But what I'm going to do is go into 3D and actually check out to make sure that the washer and dryer is at the right orientation. Alright, so if I zoom in here, it's definitely backwards. Alright. But the bench works out, the storage unit works out. So what I'll do is go back into 2D here. And again, you don't have to pick this one. If I didn't like it, I'm going to delete it. And then what I could do instead, for space, I could actually do the stackable washer and dryer. And that might actually look better in that space anyway. And give me more room to build in other things. So that's it. Alright, so I don't really have to go into the room, and obviously you can include much more, and you could place those things where you want to place them. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I wanted you to focus on the utility room, try to make that functional for what should go in there, storage, washer, dryer, because if you think about it, we haven't really put that anywhere else in the house, and that's one of those things that is necessary. Anyway, hope you have an awesome weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.